What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match reaction. Another, not 0-0, but another 3-0. So three 3-0 wins and 3 0-0s in Serie A. That puts us top of the league because we are top of the league right now. I know the other teams still need to play, but it is what it is. You know, we're top of the league in a game that we definitely needed to win, and at the end of the day, it was a very easy, comfortable win. And we will talk about it because I think obviously one moment in that game changed everything, and that's what we always talked about. That when things are downhill, it's really downhill, and it's easy for us. When things are going uphill, we need something, and that something was Connie de Winter helping us out. But we're gonna talk about that because it's a good win with a lot of positive things to talk about, to build on, I guess, and to take with us for that Leipzig game and also the Cagliari game before the next international break. But before we do that, at least smash the like button. Let's get to at least 150 likes for this video because we are top of the league. So smash the like button, subscribe, and let's talk about the game. A game that, well, with the lineup we started, I wasn't really convinced. And to be honest, watching that first half, I wasn't convinced at all. I didn't see anything different that we didn't see in the last 3 games in the league where it was all 0-0, and we were like, okay, if teams sit back deep, we have an issue. And Genoa sat back deep, but my issue even more so was that they're not a good team. They don't have a lot of quality, you know. They don't, you know. If Gilardino managed to keep them up again, it's good, you know, because I don't think that team has a lot of quality in it. My issue was it was slow. It was very predictable. There were no overlaps with Danilo and Rui on one side. You know, there were absolutely no overlaps. I thought that midfield with McKennie and Fagioli was, yeah, it was very predictable. It was very safe. Like, there was nothing, you know. And we kept talking about, oh, we're not going to score a lot of goals. We talk about Vlahovic. I don't know how anyone expect us or a striker to score goals if we play like we play in that first half. And we played like that the last 3 games in the league. That's what the issue was. And we can talk about Vlahovic at that point, but we can't move the ball. There was one instant when I think it was Gonzalez was ready to cross that ball in the box, and it was just Vlahovic making a run between three players, and other than that, there was nobody else. So very difficult. The second half, I think we stepped it up in the second half. Definitely, we stepped it up. The pressure was much better. We tried to pin them back more, even deeper, and you know, Connie de Winter, he helped. Like, that's unfortunate, but that's a handball, you know. And Vlahovic takes it, he puts it away convincingly, you know. And what was it 5-6 minutes later? Fantastic ball from Koopmeiners, and that's a fantastic finish from Vlahovic. 2 goals. That's what we all expect from Vlahovic, basically. Should have had a third. I think, you know, that was a very strange header, you know, but I'm not going to complain. You scored 2. That's my point. You know, if you create a couple of chances, everybody can live with, oh, he missed the third one. You can live with that. But if it's the one and he misses that, that will stick in your head, you know. But he did what he had to do. That's a striker. Again, on Vlahovic really quickly. If you want a very mobile number 9 or whatever, somebody who links up play, sell Vlahovic and get that player. If not, it's pointless to keep complaining about it. You get him the ball in and around the box and you let him score. That's it. And if he doesn't, we can talk about that, you know. But I don't know how many goals he has in the league now, 4 and 6. 2 pence, I get it, but that's it. You know, that's what he's doing, like, his part right now with scoring the goals, and that's his job. So I'm not gonna say, hey, look at you. That's his job, and he did that. But yeah, man, like, the other positive, yeah, we didn't concede a goal, but compared to last season, I know people are like, oh, we don't create chances, and we don't. Like, even today, it's not that we created abundance of chances, and I'll talk about it a little bit. The other positive thing is that we don't concede goals. That's good, but also we do not look like we are going to concede goals right now. It's not that, oh man, we are lucky to not concede goals. There's no moment in that game throughout this season so far that I was like, even just the PSV game, that was like, we are going to concede, and then at one point I was like, nah, and then we conceded. But in the league, there's no moment where I'm like, okay, we're going to concede a goal. Like, we are very solid and we keep the ball very, very well. That was the issue last season. We didn't have the ball, and we didn't really look solid, and we didn't create chances. Like, everything was bad last season. This is now another issue. We don't create enough, and Motta needs to find a solution for that. He does, you know. But we don't concede goals. Kalulu, again, excellent. Like, I wasn't a fan when we signed him. If he keeps this up, you know, and keeps injury free, because that was one of the points that this is a ridiculous deal that we done, because he played another top level game, really top game. I'm really happy for him, happy for us, because that's what we need, you know. So he was fantastic. Other than that, I don't think Gonzalez had the easiest of games. He wasn't really poor, but it's all slow paced. It's all slow paced, and I think everybody gets caught into up to that. Colt Miners, that assist was ridiculously good, and that miss was ridiculously weird. You know, that was, I mean, I know he sees it a little bit late, but you should be getting that on target. You know, you should have. Yeah, he had on target the crossbar, but that should be a goal from Colt Miners. Other than that, Conceição, that goal was good. You know, the dummy from Colt Miners, the finish from Conceição. But when he came on, I did a video midweek where I was like, could he be the solution? I'm not saying, it just needs to be him, and that's him. Like, that's it. If it's not Conceição, then our season is gone, basically. However, he comes in 1 minute, and for that Colt Miners, where he missed that, he beats this man with great ease, like effortlessly, and we don't have that player right now. Like, Yildiz is not that type of player. It's more standstill between the lines, you know, drifting inside. Conceição is somebody who can go on the outside with speed, and that causes issues. If we have a game where it's still locked up, you know, let's say that penalty didn't really happen and Genoa just never really opened up, then a player like Conceição will help us, because he is a guy who can beat a player here and there, draw some fouls here and there, and it will have an impact for us. So I'm happy he's on the score sheet. I think he deserved that, because that was a very good sub. And then Douglas Luiz, I watched Douglas Luiz play today, and like, I trust what Mota's do, and I'm backing him. But when he says some players deserve that based on training, then I'm confused. What is happening in training between McKennie, and there's not really to calling out McKennie right now, but in certain games where it's all locked up, even today, I was looking at McKennie, I was like, I see the runs, but in possession, it's dry, like, it's bleak. It's not gonna cause issues when you have the ball. I see Douglas Luiz play today, and I'm like, how do you not get a start? Like, I'm baffled right now. I'm actually confused, because he had an excellent cameo, like flicks here and there. He sees things. He has the technique to execute those things. So let's hope this is the beginning of him actually getting into it and actually getting more minutes, because I think he's a player who will have a positive impact if he actually gets involved, you know. So that's that, you know. Perfect. I think 3-0, another 3-0, and yeah, not really, like, we can talk about the chance creation, because that was still not 100% convincing in my opinion, you know. I think we can all agree with that it still needs to be much better, and that's the aim, that's the goal. But going into the Leipzig game, I think that's a good feeling. It gets that monkey off your back of, man, another 0-0, we didn't score an open goal. Like, it gets rid of that. So that's very positive going into the Leipzig game. That won't be easy, but will be a different type of game that will probably and should probably be more beneficial for the way we want to play. Other than that, 3-0, top of the league for now, and we enjoy, and we keep working towards Leipzig. So let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, 150 likes, subscribe, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow.